So this question is so wordy, I had to print it out, that you can barely read the whole thing in the amount of time you need to finish an average SAT question. The key points are that it's a quadratic function, its max, so that means it's a vertex, is at 302.4 meters in 6 minutes. And the other point is that we go back to the surface in 12 minutes. So all functions in the coordinate plane, right, have an x and a y value. X typically is time, and y is going to be the value that is associated with the input of that time, right? In this case, it's going to be a depth. And we also know it's quadratic, so the shape has to look like this, a parabola. So if we have the vertex, which we do, right, this 6 and the 302.4, then we can get the parabola in vertex form. As long as we have another point, which we do. We have this point at 12 on the x, which is the time, and it reaches the surface. Well, the surface in this case is 0. So the vertex is 6, and it's a negative, right? Because it's a depth, it's below the x-axis, so it's negative 302.4. With this point and this point, we have the equation of the parabola, which is all we need to figure out where the seal is in 10 minutes. So vertex form is y is equal to, parentheses, well, before that, we have the a, right? That's going to be the stretch. You just follow me. X minus the x value. In this case, it's the 6, right, of the maximum depth, squared, and the y value, which is minus 302.4, right? So you've got that. And now we have a point on this parabola. So we can plug that back into here. So x, let's just plug this in, right? The y value, well, let's do the x first. X is going to be 12 minus 6 squared minus 302.4, and that's going to equal the y, right? That'll let us solve for this a. And so 12 minus 6 squared is 36, right? 36a, right? Because a is multiplying it. If I move this, right, to solve for a, I'm going to move this to the other side, so plus 302.4, and that's going to be 302.4. To solve for a, I divide both sides by 36, right? That will be your a of the parabola. So then the equation of the parabola will be this a, which we just figured out to be 302.4 over 36, and it's going to be, that's the a, it's going to be, the original equation is your vertex, x minus 6 squared minus 302.4, right? So if you plug this in to Desmos, right, you will get the exact situation that's happening in this problem. And all you need to do in Desmos is then write an equation, or write the equation that says this whole thing is f of x equals. So you're going to plug this into Desmos. F of x equals all of this stuff, right? Because that will allow you to do one little thing. This, f of 10, which will give you the answer, right? One quick note, your answer in Desmos will come back as negative 168. But since the question is asking what depth, and because depths are negative already, the answer in this case will be 168.